Hello Geminis, how are you? I hope this finds you well. So we are going to be doing your person on your mind reading, whoever you're thinking about. That is who this reading is intended for, and everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or scheduling your personal readings, Patreon, or the tarot course, all of that is in the description box below for you. Just a reminder that today, Sunday, is the last day to get your orders in for the Person on Your Mind recorded video reading special. It is $22.22, and everything that you need to know about what is covered in the reading or how to schedule, all of that is posted on the community page for you, or my email is in the description box below. All right, Gemini, let's take a look and see what's going on for you. We're looking at the person on your mind. We have the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. I see the World card here at the bottom of the deck for their general overall energy. So I'm going to take a look at this and then we'll start to go over everything together. First thing that I'm noticing is you have three eights here in your reading. There's only 4 of them in the tarot, and it's not a very big spread. So I definitely feel like that is a significant message for you. And to me, the eights can represent they can be a very cyclical energy, and you also kind of have that here with the World card as well, being an energy that can talk about cycles and like repeating patterns and things of that nature. So I do feel that that could be something that has been going on here between you and somebody, or maybe you have been in a cycle with this person in the past, or maybe you're currently in one. You can notice some repeating patterns or behaviors. I also feel the eights are about self-mastery, right? So there could be some kind of spiritual lesson or something that you or this person is needing to, overcome or master in order for something to change here. Because at the end of the day, the way to break a cycle is when it comes back around, we have to do something different than we've done in the past, right? Something has to change, whether on their end or on yours. And I do kind of feel that here. So let's start to really get into this. We have we have the World card here at the bottom of the deck. Like I said, definitely indicating some kind of cycle here. The World card can talk about something coming to a close. So, and you also have the Ten of Swords here, so kind of indicating that, maybe this cycle is getting ready to come to a close here. We have the Eight of Wands in the area of their thoughts. I feel like this is some kind of incoming communication. To me, Gemini, this could be feeling like maybe you are addressing something to this person for some of you. So if this is somebody that you're still currently involved with, then it could indicate that maybe you're bringing something up, you are addressing something that needs to be addressed with this person. For others of you, if you're in separation from this person, this Eight of Wands could be them thinking about communicating, them thinking about reaching out to you, okay? So just take it how it applies for your situation. But that's definitely something that's on this person's mind, okay? So whether it's they're thinking over what you have expressed to them, or whether they are thinking about what they want to express to you. And this can also be the Eight of Wands, it can be a card of direction and precision. All these wands are pointing in a very specific direction here. This conversation could be about where something is at and where it's going. For those of you where you're addressing something with this person, especially. Now, the Knight of Swords as this person's feelings. If you're the one that is addressing something with them, Gemini, I definitely feel like they could feel like, oh, where did that come from? It could feel a little unexpected for them, even if it shouldn't, right? Maybe this is not the first time you've had this conversation, or maybe you have expressed to this person in the past what you were looking for. It still feels like that for them, okay? Now, for those of you where they're reaching out to you, they could just feel this urge, this rush to say something to you, to communicate to you, to express something to you. So just take it how it applies. But what I think is important here is I do feel that I do feel like this conversation, either way, and regardless of who is initiating it, I do feel like it is about, where something is at and going. And to me, this Eight of Cups indicates that I do feel like somebody's going to end up walking away from this connection, whether that's you or this person. Now, and what I mean by that is I feel like if you're the one that's addressing something with this person about where something is at, where it's going, I do feel like there's just this coming to terms with we want different things. Okay. Whatever this conversation is or this communication, it definitely leads to this person being like, okay, I guess I just have to move forward, right? So even if they're the ones reaching out to you, it looks like the consensus of this conversation is that this is not something that we're going to repeat. This is not something that has been working, and this is something that we need to move forward from. Now, in the past, Gemini, I do feel like maybe you tried to make something work with a person, or you tried to be patient with a person, but this to me feels like there's just this understanding here with this conversation that what you want are different things, or you're not on the same page, or you're not repeating any more past cycles together. So it does look like somebody here could decide that because of that, they're pulling their energy back, or they're going to have to walk away. It doesn't necessarily feel like it's something that they want, but it does feel like something that they feel like they're left with no choice, okay? And some of you may be just standing your ground on something here, okay? We have the Eight of Pentacles as the challenge. One, this could indicate for some of you that you have received a lack of effort. Somebody has not put time, effort, and energy into this connection, and it's like, I'm not going to continue on with that. I want something more. For some of you, it's like, I'm not willing to work on this anymore because I feel like I have not been a priority, or I feel like we've done this in the past and it always ends up the same way. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. I definitely feel like for some of you, you don't get what you feel like you need, whether that's time, effort, energy, commitment, forward movement from this person. And maybe that's why you're either choosing not to go back to it, or why you are addressing it with this person, and then from there deciding that this is not something that you want to continue to work on. We have the we have the Nine of Wands here as their next actions and behaviors. It doesn't feel like they want to let go easily. The Nine of Wands can be an energy of kind of still holding on, still wanting to try, still wanting to work on things. So it looks like, Gemini, you may be the one that has to be strong here, where you're like, you know what? No, I'm not going to continue on in this cycle. I'm not going to do this. Or I'm not going to continue to settle for less than what I'm actually wanting. I definitely feel like you may be the one who's having to be the strong one here, because to me it doesn't look like this person is wanting to let go of it, even if they know that it's not, you guys aren't really wanting the same things here. We have the Ten of Swords as the potential outcome. So it does, Gemini, look like something is coming to a close, and this is your energy as well, Gemini. The Ten of Swords is Gemini energy. I do feel like you are the one that is putting a close to this for the most part. Like I said, I definitely feel like there's this conversation, and it definitely shows you that, you know what, something hasn't changed, and I don't want to repeat that. It's a very difficult decision to make, Gemini, but I also feel like it's a very wise decision. And in the Ten of Swords, the hand gesture that he's making is the same hand gesture that the Hierophant makes, and it's a blessing. And in the background, the new day is dawning in the background. It does speak that, yes, something is coming to a close, but something else is getting ready to start, and this ending could very well be a blessing in disguise. So I do feel like something is finally starting to come to a close. I feel like you're getting ready to end a very difficult cycle, Gemini, because at the end of the day, I think you just really want something more. You have the Nine of Cups right under that. There's something else that you are wishing and hoping for, and I feel like you're in a space where you're like, I want this, but I don't need this to be happy. The Nine of Cups is somebody who can be happy and find happiness within themselves, and they surround themselves with people and friends and family and things that they care about, right? Even hobbies or passions. So I definitely feel like you're in a much better place than maybe you were with this in the past, and it's a lot easier for you to see what you want and what you deserve, and it's easier for you to turn away something even if you really care about this person, because you see that it's not really in alignment with that. So whether you're starting the conversation or whether they're reaching out and you're just rejecting, either way, it does kind of look like it goes to the same place. And like I said, I feel like you're the one who's having to kind of be strong here, because it looks like they're not quite ready to let this go. But the signs I'm seeing for you, I see all the fixed signs: Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. I see Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I see Virgo, Sagittarius, and Gemini. Those are the signs I'm seeing, but it could be any. It is a general reading. So even if I did not mention a specific sign, the reading definitely can still resonate for you. But that is what I have for you. I do hope that this helps, and everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading, scheduling personal readings, Patreon, the tarot course, all of that is in the description box below for you. And if you want personal prayers for any reason, just put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you next time.